Hi, everybody. So it is Ellis Chan and Tara Boothby, both registered psychologists from Sojourn Psychology. And it seems very fitting as we head into fall and the fall blues are kicking around for us all and winter is coming, that we talk again about self-regulation and how are we really taking care of our feelings and just our body. We've been going through a really hard time this year, and we're heading into some of the harder months for us Albertans. Yeah. So, what do you think about self-regulation there, Ellis?
Well, I think it's something that it's almost sort of advantageous. I know, like for me, that coming of winter, and it's certainly gray. If I can turn my camera outside, it's gray. I went out to take photos this weekend. All my photos are gray. So I mean, it can feel like this is kind of like an onset of like and I think, but it's also kind of an advantage, and I think especially in the idea of regulation, and I particularly like this because I find it helpful for me. One of the things that you might hear me talk about sometimes when we're in session is therapeutic crisis intervention. Something that we've been trained to do to help de-escalate situations in a way that's as safe as possible to help manage emotions when things start to pick up. Often it's anxiety or anger in particular. Those are two big emotions that tend to escalate for whatever reason. But one of the big two components I think that are really advantageous that we can use in this time of year um, really look at the idea of crowding and temperature. Because one of the things we know is that when there's big crowds, lots of people squished in together, tend to escalate their emotions. They tend to get heightened, they get worse. So if you're just dealing with a little problem, now it's blossoming to a bigger one. There's no difference in stress, but just crowding in itself tends to cause that increase in emotional dysregulation. So one of the things that I'll often say is try to find a space away from crowds, away from people. And sometimes you'll hear that in schools. They'll have something set up like a cozy corner, something like that in the classroom where a kid can go to separate from the busyness of other kids. But it's also like a safe place they can go that's not like totally unsupervised or something. But when you're at home, sometimes even just going outside, going to a place like a backyard, going out for a walk, but a separation from crowds if there's lots of people. But the thing that I particularly like about this time of year is the coolness. So I think we're hitting lots of single digit nights now. And I can tell you, I think I did not wear enough layers the other night when we tried to do our night runs. We were outside and it was just way too cold. I don't think we ever warms up. And I think that's something that I really like about this time of the year because hotter temperatures also escalate deregulation. So dysregulation. So hotter temperatures will make us more angry, make us more anxious. And so using that to our advantage, being able to step outside with those single digit temperatures physically to cool down, that can also help with emotional regulation.
Yeah, I like that, and it's just very concrete, and um, pulling away. This is something too that is developmentally appropriate that we need to teach our children. So there's a lot of talk about co-regulation and attachment literature, and then there's also this piece about like giving our child space for self-regulation, and it can be really painful, but we also know that as a child grows and develops, we see the importance of their ability to self-soothe in different ways. To start with a soother, and then we have to take that away, and then they're learning ways to just calm down their own activated central nervous system. Um, Both strategies are important. So
Hmm.
this is a really helpful little piece, and it normalizes as an adult. There are definitely times we just don't want or need somebody to soothe us. It's like, I need to soothe me. And actually having somebody or a crowd of people ushering in can increase the negative affect. So that's really important, Ellis. This is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think especially when you said like um, it's okay to do this. You stepping away is not because you don't want to talk to anyone right now. It's just you're trying to get slowed down enough so that you can talk and be effective when you're actually in a more regulated state.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's that balance again. And I too, it reminds me of some of the strength-based literature by Charlie Appelstein, and what he talks about is emotionally, when our thermometer raises so high, we do want somebody or something to come alongside that has a lower temperature so that we can meet in the middle. And that's very similar for us. It's like we want to honor our emotion. I'm feeling hot, my brain is red hot, so what is something that I can do that is blue cold that's going to help me meet in the middle? And temperature is such an easy, true thing. I could just step outside, I could crack the window.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool and applicable. So thank you so much, Ellis. And take care. We'll see you on the next time that you come on the vlog. And yeah, and actually, Ellis and I don't always get to see each other right now because of COVID, but we're going to be hanging out and appropriately in a few weeks here. So,
Sounds good.
all right, take care. Bye.